Right, well, Last of Us has just lost viewers left, right, and centre. The ratings have completely crashed. They're basically laughable, quite frankly. Like, the numbers are genuinely laughable. I did say this might happen when they did the Joel in 1. I was curious about how it would go, I guess, because you got to remember, a lot of people would have watched this show. As much as I don't understand it, Pedro Pascal has appeal. So a lot of people would have watched this show solely as a Pedro Pascal fan, not a fan of The Last of Us. And obviously, if you hedge your bets on him being a selling point, you have to expect that some people would just switch off after that. And people have switched off in their droves. Like, a significant amount have just disappeared. But not only that, you've also got to remember is that Bella Ramsey, is just not likable. She's not a likable actor. In interviews and stuff like that, she bangs on about being non-binary and all this, which doesn't jive with a lot of people, obviously. And not only that, they made her characterization of Ellie insufferable. Now, I've gone and I've discussed this at length in a review that from a narrative perspective, Naughty Dog just did a switcheroo. So, you tend to have a character and then you have... If you tend to have like a rough, rugged character that's somewhat unlikable, you always have someone that sort of softens you to them. So, Joel served as Ellie's softener character. And then they just swapped him out for someone else. So dumb. So, no one's going to care about this. Well, no one does care, and the ratings show it. The viewing shows it. I mean, it's really bad. So let's take a look. And do hit subscribe, guys, if you're new here and you enjoy videos like this. But yeah, so since its debut in 2023, The Last of Us has set the bar for video game adaptations, blending heartfelt character work with pulse-pounding action. There wasn't really much action, but all right. So Season 2, when it premiered on April 13th, 2023, promising deeper character stakes and heavier dramatic weight. Or thematic weight and dramatic weight. Yet just 1 week later, in the second episode, Through the Valley, or as I like to call it, the Joel in 1, viewers were confronted with Joel's shocking end at the hands of Abby, a faithful if brutal recreation of the game's pivotal moment. Critics applauded the cinematic siege on Jackson, but warned of the narrative fallout from killing a character so central. I mean, you would have thought they'd have known this, because this happened in the game. So despite securing strong reviews for its direction and performances, Season 2 notably loses viewers immediately following Joel's death, which, again, I predicted, you guys predicted, anyone with a brain predicted that this would have happened. It's weird that HBO went along with that, actually. Like, that's weird. It's weird that they decided, yeah, it's fine, yeah, we'll just do that. Well, that's just odd. Like, why would you do that? So, Joel Miller, portrayed by Pedro Pascal, has been the beating heart of The Last of Us since Season 1's emotional debut. When Season 2 premiered on April 13th, viewers expected more of Joel's protective journey across a ravaged America. Again, because there's a lot of people that hadn't played the game. However, the shock came swiftly in Episode 2, Through the Valley, which aired April 20th, when Joel is ambushed and savagely beaten to death by Abby with a golf club. So the chilling scene unfolded in a deserted lodge, blah, 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 blah. So according to Programming Insider, The Last of Us Season 2 premiere, the premiere of it, drew 938,000 linear viewers in the US. So that's okay. It's actually not as good as I would have thought it to be. But then the very next week, only 643,000 people tuned in, which is a 31.5% drop. So that's really bad. That's a huge drop off. And in episode 3, then it bounced a little bit back up to 768,000. But you can see how it's just going down and down and down. Like, that's bad. These figures are horrendous. And it says this. So The Last of Us TV show's ratings plummet following Joel's demise. Again, who could have seen that coming? Literally everyone. It's so weird that they just chose to double down. You've almost got to admire the balls on them for just doing it. Like, yeah, well, who cares? Whatever, we're just going to do it. Like they've got some balls to do that. It's crazy. Now here they're talking about like literal reviews, right? Literal ratings. So following the premiere, Through the Valley, the second season's second episode featuring Joel's demise, the show's ratings plummeted immediately, now sitting at 49% on Rotten Tomatoes and 4.1 on Metacritic. Down 19% and 2.2 points respectively compared to the first season. So those numbers mirror the scores of the original game and its sequel almost to a T, which is hilarious. 9.2 versus 5.8 on Metacritic. Proving that gamers and TV fans aren't too different after all. No, because they're just narratives. People are just bought into narratives. Like if it's a story-driven game, they're there for the narrative. And for some, well, again, for some inexplicable reason, don't take too kindly to some random character bludgeoning a beloved protagonist to death. Yeah. Hardly a surprise. And here we go. But those are just reviews from the unwashed masses. Everyone knows the entertainment industry only cares about critic scores and viewership numbers. Some might argue. Yeah. Well, the commentary from mainstream media was, oh, it's just review bombing. It's not review bombing. Shut up. So dumb. So things aren't looking too good for HBO's The Last of Us on that front. Again, yeah, critics liked the second season. So according to Programming Insider, first episode, as I said already, attracted 938,000 viewers. But the second episode saw 643,000. And then third one, 700, and 68,000. That is still at 170,000 lower than the season premiere. It is important to note, season premiere is always going to be high. That's typically speaking the highest that it will get to. And there are some figures now touting that it got to like 5.3 million views or something like that. Don't know how true that is. Like now anyway. But this is not good, right? These are not good. Like, at all. These are pretty bad. These figures suck, man. Like, really suck. So this is kind of dead. Like, this is kind of dead. It's going to be interesting to see, like, what happens from here. I don't think there's any saving this now. Like there's talk of like a season 3, and it's like, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. When viewership tanks off a cliff like this, it's not good. It's not good at all, and it will just keep going down fundamentally because Abby is unlikable, right? Or Ellie, sorry, is unlikable. Abby's unlikable too, but Ellie's unlikable. Played by Bella Ramsey. Like no one wants to see her. Like her characterization sucks. And no one cares about their gay romance. Like, they just don't. Like, that's not what people were tuning in for. But now is what you're confronted with. So anyway, thoughts down below.